It is homework for pooled t-test. So now we have two groups. It is from sample number 1 and that is from the sample number 2. So in number 1, we have to apply the two-tailed. Two-tailed means in alternative hypothesis we have to put the not equal to. So always, here's a step number 1, is always in the null is mu1 is equal to mu2. And now it is the two-tailed, so it's mu1 is not equal to mu2. So I think it looks good. Yeah, it's a choice D. That is the answer for step number 1. And step number 2, now here, the test statistic is very long. First, we need the pooled standard deviation, is SP. That was from is n1 minus 1 times s1 square, and n2 minus 1 s2 square is n1 plus n2 is minus 2. Please take your time. It is a very long calculation. So first, we put the formula. And now, let me assign the statistics one by one. It's n1 is a 14, it's minus 1, and s1, that is a 2.3 square, and n2, 14 again, and times s2, 2.1 square, and 14 is minus 2. So let me take the numerator. Yep, this one. Then we can take 100 is a 26.1, and the denominator, yep, please take separately, is a 26. Then now we can take the square root of the ratio. That will be 2.2023. So 2.3. And now the test statistic. The test statistic will be the mean difference, x1 bar minus x2 bar, and we plug the pooled standard deviation and square root of 1 over n1 plus 1 over n2. So now it's n1 13, n2 16. So let me plug the mean difference. It's a 13 minus 16, and SP was, we got SP is a 2.2023 times is 1 over 14, add 1 over 14. Then now it will be the mean difference will be negative 3, and denominator will be 0.8324, and the test statistic will be negative 3.046. So the step number 1 has very long calculation. First, we have to take the SP here, and then we can take the test statistic, and now we have a test statistic as a negative 3.604. And now we need the critical value. The step number 3, we need a critical value. I think the alpha was given. Yes, here the alpha was given is 1% and two-tailed. So let me copy. We need a critical value for is a two-tailed, and alpha is a 0.01. So now we have a t distribution, and now we have alpha equal 0.01 at two-tailed. That means we have to put is half of that, 0.01 over 2. That will be 0.005, and the other half, that will be on the left it will be the same as the 0.005. So we have to go to the column with the upper tail probability 0.005, and the degree of freedom, we need the degree of freedom. Now the degree of freedom in the pooled t-test, it is n1 plus n2 is minus 2. Before, in the denominator, when we take the pooled standard deviation, in the denominator, there is the degree of freedom. So that was the degree of freedom, which was a 26. 14, and minus 2, 26. The 26 was the degree of freedom. So now I can say the degree of freedom is a 26. So with in the last column, and the degree of freedom is a 26, the critical value, that will be 2.779. So here is a positive 2.779 on the left. There's a negative 2.779 because we had two-tailed. But the test statistic was a negative 3.6. Yeah, here's a test statistic, the t-score, negative 3.064. So the test statistic in the tails, so what will be the decision? Reject the null hypothesis. That means we provide the data provide the alternative hypothesis, which was they are different. Okay, so please understand how can you make the how can you do the pooled t-test. It's a first, yeah, it's another 5 steps or 6 steps. You know, the textbook is suggest us is between the hypothesis and test statistic, determine the alpha, which was the 0.01 for two-tailed. Okay, so we stated the hypothesis, and we have to make sure is what is the alpha and two-tailed, one-tailed, and we have 2 steps to get the test statistic, right? And then critical value from the alpha and two-tailed. Yep, I'm sorry, it is the critical value, and based on the critical value with the test statistic, we made the decision and the conclusion. Okay, and additionally, in part B, it asks us to make the 99% is confidence interval. So let me try to do here, because I need a table. So now in part B, we need a 99% confidence interval is actually for the unknown, the mean difference. The formula was take the point estimate. So x1 bar minus x2 bar is the point estimate for the unknown population means. I mean the unknown, the difference between the population means. And plus and minus, we need a t-score from the t-table. It's a time the pooled standard deviation, and 1 over n1 plus 1 over n2. So the two mean differences will be 13, 16. That will be negative 3. We are going to take the t-scores later. And the SP was is a 2.2023 and square root of 1 over 14 and 1 over 14. And now the problem is what is the t-score? Let me see. Before, when we took the t-score for the confidence interval, we plugged the confidence level just in the middle. Can you remember that? So in the middle, we put the 99%, then the right end, that will be 0.005, and the left end must be the other 0.005. So 0.005 on the left and right, together it will be the 1%.